The girl barely tugged at the man's arm, and the next second, he launched into his performance. Here was someone who had just donated $10 million to charity, and the crowd of onlookers immediately sided with this so-called philanthropist. What they didn't realize was that this same man had evaded $800 million in taxes. Back at the tax office, Xiongze faced complaints about using excessive force, and his bonus was cancelled. On a civil servant's meager salary, losing that bonus meant losing his main source of income. He couldn't bring himself to break the news to his family, but that evening, his wife showed him a photo and asked him to go make the payment tomorrow. Seeing the hope in her eyes, Xiongze reluctantly agreed. The car owner who answered the phone called himself a soldier. He said today wasn't convenient but would have his cousin drive the car over. Thinking he could get his dream car for $980,000, Xiongze agreed. But on the other end of the line, the soldier smiled coldly. In this scam, he was playing both buyer and seller. He used the same script to contact the real car owner, just switching cousin to uncle. The actual car owner became nothing more than a pawn in his game. When Xiongze was ready to pay after inspecting the car, the soldier called the real owner saying he was no longer interested. By the time Xiongze paid and went to pick up the car, he realized he'd been scammed out of $980,000. As a tax official, Xiongze knew exactly how much tax you'd pay on a used car purchase. The soldier had perfectly exploited his desire to save money and easily stolen his life savings. Fortunately, Xiongze had a friend at the police station. Since the soldier had used his real phone number, his friend quickly identified him and tracked down his address. Just as they were about to arrest the scammer, Xiongze received a call from his chief. Turns out Bengxin had already pressured the chief. The message was clear. If Xiongze apologized to Bengxin, the complaint would be dropped. Thinking of his wife still waiting for that new car, Xiongze gritted his teeth and agreed. In Bengxin's office, Xiongze lowered his head, ready to apologize. The next second, Bengxin grabbed a bottle of red wine and poured it directly over Xiongze's head. Bengxin sneered, "If I can get away with evading $800 million without anyone stopping me, that means I can get away with even more." For his family's sake, Xiongze forced a smile and endured the humiliation. The next day, Xiongze and his friend planned to arrest the soldier. While his friend was in the restroom, someone suddenly opened the car door. It was the soldier himself. He smiled and said, "How about we make a deal? I'll give you back your money if you let me go. As compensation, I can help you recover the $800 million Bengxin evaded." Xiongze was completely stunned. Seeing his friend about to return, the soldier didn't say much more, just left a note. "Think it over and come find me." Back at work, his colleague Mochizuki approached Xiongze. Both had gone after Bengxin together, and while Xiongze was the team leader, Mochizuki had also been caught in the fallout. She was supposed to transfer to the National Tax Service next month, but her personnel transfer had suddenly been cancelled. Xiongze decided to plead on her behalf. But when Bengxin heard this, he just laughed coldly. "Years ago, there was another tax official who kept investigating me. A few days later, he killed himself. For a girl who won't apologize, she should consider herself lucky to stay alive." Hearing this, Xiongze's face went white. That tax official who committed suicide was his best friend. Bengxin was actually using his friend's death to threaten him. Xiongze's rage reached its breaking point. Walking out of Bengxin's office, he went straight to the address the soldier had given him. If he truly wanted to protect his family and colleagues, he had to unleash the anger burning inside him.